And hello again, YouTube. It is Sunday, June 19th, 2022. What time is it? It's 4:32 a.m. Yeah, I'm just walking around talking to myself. It feels like I'm stalking my ex-girlfriend, or, my last fling. I don't even know if she was a girlfriend, but I'm really not. It just happens to be where I am. So I saw this ginormous cockroach on this manhole cover, and I tried to zoom in and get an image of it, and then I bumped something on my screen and stopped the recording from happening, so that sucks. Anyway, shit happens. Cockroach disappeared. I don't know where the fuck it went. Probably went through that. I went through that hole right there. The hole. So yeah, this is where Crystal's apartment is. She's probably still here. I don't know. I'm kind of shocked. Like usually when I split up with a chick that I've been intimate with, usually I hear back from her within a while. Like I kind of want some of that, but I don't remember the code for this. It was in a text message. It was on Obama phone number 1. That's been missing for about a month. So I don't know. It doesn't matter. Although there were times when I came here where I didn't even fuck with that gate because that gate was open, but it's 4:34 in the morning, so it's not happening. Anyway, why am I even over here? I don't know. I really miss the way Crystal greeted me. It's not unlike the way Priscilla greeted me once upon a time. I mean, basically, Crystal and I were a thing for maybe 5 days, and generally the way that would be is I would get off work at Amazon at 5:30 a.m. and didn't have my car back, so I'm trying to navigate the bus, and generally I would take when I would leave Amazon, I would take the, the rapid bus, the express bus from the park and ride there at 79th Avenue in McDowell, walk over there, across 79th Avenue Bridge. I'd take that bus and I'd go downtown, but when I was coming here, usually what I would do is I would take it to downtown Phoenix, and I would take either Route 0 or the Phoenix Light Rail up to Thomas Road, and then take the Thomas Road bus to here, which is a completely different route that I take to going home, and it's not only Crystal's place is far from my place, but it's on Thomas Road. Like, it's farther than I want to walk to 44th Street to catch the bus, and it's way farther than I want to walk to McDowell Road to catch the bus. So, so I'd catch the Route 29 to here. And without fail, every day that I was, that was kind of a thing with Crystal, usually not too long after I'd leave the warehouse, she'd send me a text message. I'm like, hey, are you on your way? I'm like, oh yeah. And I'd tell her where I was at and what bus I was on. Sometimes I'd send her a screenshot. She didn't really ride the bus that much, so I don't know if she really understood the screenshots in the Valley Metro app, but I'd send her a screenshot of the Valley Metro app that would show her what bus I was on and where I was physically located. And I can generally look at the bus schedules and look at the bus app and tell her exactly what time I'd be, stepping off the bus. Generally, I got off at that bus stop right there. I get off at that bus stop right there, walk to the Circle K and get some iced tea and some Danishes, something to eat and something to drink, and go to her place. And she'd be expecting me. Like we'd be texting as I was on my way back to her place. I never did get a key to her place. Like, we never really crossed that line. But we'd be texting, which is something that doesn't happen with me and Priscilla. And sometimes it got a little flirty and dirty, but sometimes it was just, friendly. And so she would know pretty much when I was arriving. Like, I let her know when I was stepping off the bus. I was like, I'm going to Circle K grabbing some tea. And when I got there, I just kind of, quietly rap on her door. And she would crack the door, and I would walk in, and she'd be naked and waiting for me. And just, ready to grab on me. And sometimes I was all ready to grab back on her. And then other times I'd been doing the water spotter thing, moving pallets around, and I was just nasty and dirty. And then just feel like, oh, I need to take a shower. And, you're clean and naked and delicious. And, I'm filthy. Can I take a bath? Part of me really wants to go into Circle K and get my Sip and Save drink, but I'm pretty sure I've got beverages at home, and yeah, I'm unloading. I'm getting thoughts out my head. 5 minutes into this one. I think the last one was 35 minutes. Yeah, I don't know who fucking watches this, but if you do, thank you for caring. Thank you for caring. I don't really have anybody in my life to listen to my bullshit that cares about me that much. So it's just y'all that watch me on YouTube. So thank you. Thank you for caring. It's good to know that at least the roughly 8 people that watch almost every video I post do care if I live or die. I think. So thank you. Anyway, I'm making no sense. Am I drunk? Yes. Oh, I've had a lot of rum and coke tonight. But I'm not driving. I'm walking. Did I drive home? Yes, I did. But yeah, not driving now. Bad idea. God, I didn't even go directly home either. I went to Speedy Street Tacos and had one of their amazing loaded carne asada burritos. I ate the whole thing too. Normally I don't eat the whole thing, but yeah, devoured that. In fact, my tab there was quite a bit. I invited, I think her name's Christy. Christy with a K. Yeah, I invited her. Oh, we were actually talking, and we talk sometimes. It's kind of weird. Like, we had talked before, and she was coming to my karaoke show. She was coming. The only karaoke show of mine she came to was actually when I was at the Union Jack up in North Scottsdale. She was coming there, which was weird. Like, I knew I had seen her before at Wander Inn, but I'd never spoken to her. So I was really bewildered, like, and surprised when she showed up, and I don't know who invited her. Maybe Priscilla did, or maybe Priscilla invited Ebony and Ebony invited her. Not sure, but at any rate, I was pretty happy when she showed up at the Union Jack. And I've always had to be, kind of friendly with her since, but we haven't really spent any real time together. And every time, like, we would kind of be getting along, like, Priscilla would end up getting in her face and be like, "That's my boyfriend. Don't be hitting on my boyfriend." Yeah. If I'm your boyfriend, you need to be more interested in putting me in your mouth than cigarettes in your mouth. By the way, you were going to quit smoking 11 years ago. What's up with that? Anyway, so that's kind of what happened today. I was kind of explaining in the last video. So yeah, I came home. She came in. I mean, she's next to me, so I'm going to fill up on her ass because it's right there. But she's just like, "Well, why are you doing that? It's not going to go anywhere." I'm like, "Why are you just getting yourself excited? Like, why are you not reciprocating this? Why are you not interested in this?" "Oh, well, I don't feel good," and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, she doesn't feel good enough to, have an intimate relationship with me, but she feels good enough to go out to the bar late at night on a Saturday night, and she feels good enough to stay out until after 4 a.m. with whoever the fuck she stays the night with. I'm just not buying it. There's layers of bullshit in my world. It's just bullshit. I'm just calling bullshit. I wonder if she's telling me the truth, that her kidneys are failing. Because at this point, I kind of hope they are. Because it just seems like the only way I will be rid of her. Like, that's fine. Your kidneys can fail, and maybe if I'm lucky, I'm still her life insurance beneficiary. Although I kind of doubt that. Anyway, yeah, I digress in a big way. So I kind of feeling on her ass, and we started talking about page protectors, which I was mentioning in the last video before I saw the giant cockroach and touched my screen and made it stop recording. And as I mentioned, like, I haven't really used those for my books, but I still have a large supply of them. I have some old karaoke books, and then I have other ones that I've taken apart, and I've always recycled my page protectors. I have a pretty good supply of, like, new page protectors I didn't use because it was something that was like a resource that I used on a regular basis. She's like, "I need some." I was, "Well, how many do you need?" I just asked her, "How many do you need?" Pretty simple question. How many do you need? Well, I don't know. Well, okay. Well, like how many do you want from me? Like, tell me. And it, like she didn't seem to understand the question. She didn't seem to grasp the question. I'm like, well, I mean, do you need 5? Do you need 50? Do you need 5,000? Like, how many? Well, I don't know. I need this and blah, 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 blah. Just fucking tell me a number, bitch. Tell me a fucking number. If that number is 5, I'll go get you 5 page protectors. If that number is 50, yeah, I can make 50 page protectors happen. If that number is 5,000, bitch, buy your own page protectors. But anyway, like, tell me a number. And then we ended up getting this heated argument over it because she wouldn't tell me a fucking number. And then she's making it sound like I'm the bad guy because I want to know how many fucking page protectors she wants. If you ask for a quantity of something, you need to ask for a quantity of something and say how many it is. I want some popsicles. How many popsicles do you want? I want 5 popsicles. Okay, got you. If you want 5,000 popsicles, bitch, Costco's down the street. So I don't know. It kind of seemed like she was like where she was going with it, but she wouldn't say it. She's beating around the bush, playing games. Bitch, I'm half autistic. I'm kind of autistic. That's not autistic leanings. I take everything very literally. You need to be factual and to the point when you say stuff. I mean, it just reminds me of when I was married, when Daniela and I were married, and I would ask her a question because I needed an answer. Whatever the question was, I don't remember what they were. But whenever I ask a question, a lot of times I just need an answer to the question so I can decide how to live my life. And how to handle whatever I'm handling in relation to that question. And usually, being the logic kind of person that I am, logic-based person that I am, is that because I'm a man? Is that because I'm maybe autistic? Is it because I'm bipolar? I don't know. But I'm wanting, and I would ask her a question. And it would be a straight up yes or no question. And then she'd start to blah, blah, blah the answer. And I used to do this to my wife. I just cut her off. I'm like, that was a yes or no question. Like, there's really only 3 acceptable answers to a yes or no question. Yes, no. You can say uh-huh or uh-uh. I'm fine with that. Yes, no, or I don't know. I'm always down with I don't know as an answer. If you don't know, like tell me that. I can work with I don't know. Please tell me you don't know. Don't lie when you don't know. Tell me you don't know. But like seriously, yes or no question. Yes, no, I don't know. Those are the only acceptable answers. Now, if you want to give some additional information to explain your yes or your no or why you don't know, that's fine. But don't just fucking go rambling on blah, 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 blah. I need a yes or no. I wouldn't have asked you this question that is a yes or no question if I wasn't trying to make a decision based upon your answer being yes, no, or I don't know. I used to God, I can't even count how many times that happened with my ex-wife, who's currently rotting in hell. But that's a separate tragedy. Anyway, so it wasn't a yes or no question, but it was a quantity. I need a number. For those who do programming, once upon a time I used to do a lot of programming using BASIC. Does anybody still program with BASIC? I don't think so. But basically, if you asked a question and you tried to get a variable, there were 2 types of variables that you would get. Numeric variables and strings. A string would be a letter with a $sign after it, which means it could be any kind of alphanumeric, just a bunch of characters together. Whereas a number as a value, it is a number. 1, 5, 5,000, 8 million, whatever. But it needs to be a number. Now, if you set your input for a number, you're asking, input A, and somebody types, I don't know, it's just going to generate an error because that would be a $sign, a string. I don't know the string. It doesn't really help the program move along, but yeah. So a lot of times when I'd be coding something, I would, initially when I'd start coding in BASIC, I would ask for a variable. And if you didn't put a number, like there was a generic error that would be generated by whatever, computer I was using. And we're talking 8-bit error. We're talking like TI-99-4A, Apple IIe. I did a lot of programming for those. TRS 80s, Commodore 64, VIC 20, like that era of computers. And yeah, so I would so yeah, if I'm asking for, for a number, something needs a number, I would just, it'd be input and then a letter, for the variable, which required the person type a number. And that's what I needed from Priscilla, was a number. How many page protectors do you need? That's a question which demands a number. She wasn't giving me a number. Now, I did notice as I was a young programmer, I'm talking like, 12, 13 years old, that sometimes people would type, I don't know, or something like that. And I did write a subroutine that would basically ask for a string, like when I needed a variable of like Q, that was going to be my number, I'd ask for Q $, input Q $. And then basically I had a subroutine that I wrote where it would analyze the string and see if it was a number. And if it was a number, it would convert it to a variable based on what the number was. But if they answered something that wasn't a number, it would return a response that was something other than just the, generic default of, whatever the programming language of the operating system responded when asked for a number, you give them a number. Anyway, so Priscilla, I'm asking Priscilla for a number, and like, I'm kind of a creature of logic. So like, she's not giving me a number. And I'm just like, how many? How fucking many? And this became this escalated, heated argument this morning. Are you fucking kidding me? Why are you stressing me out like that? I'm asking for a number. Give me a fucking number. She never did. And it seemed like what she was hinting at is that I should give her, like at one point she said, so she didn't say it directly, but she seemed like she's insinuating that I should give her all my page protectors because I don't use them anymore. Wrong. I may use them at some point. I may turn around and start selling them at eBay. Page protectors are a, office supply which has value. I'm not giving you all my fucking page protectors. Get lost, especially when you'd rather put a cigarette in your mouth as opposed to putting me in your mouth. You're not in the free, like, I'll give you 20 page protectors. I might even give you 100 page protectors. But give me all your page protectors? Bitch, please. So, yeah. Anyway, the argument over page protectors, she left my bedroom. It's like, God, I want her out of my life. I'm so miserable with this woman. Anyway, it was after that I just was like, well, obviously I'm not getting it on with her. May as well get it on with myself. And then she came in and had the audacity to ask me to help her with something to do with bathroom plumbing. I'm like, yeah, I'm done with you. Bye. Well, I'm just asking you for help with one thing. I'm just asking you for help with one thing. Like, seriously, you want me to help you with your plumbing? I need you to help me with my plumbing. And in reality, it's all my plumbing. And if she would just get the hell out of my apartment, I can take care of the plumbing, but I'm not. Well, she's still here. Like, honestly, I'm a renter. Like, that's a landlord thing. But I'm not asking my landlord to come deal with that when she's got my kitchen to the point where it smells like dead animals there. It's disgusting. I don't want my landlord walking in my kitchen and seeing how god-awful my kitchen is. And then maybe wanting to evict me over the state of my kitchen. I'm not trying to go there because I got a pretty good relationship with my landlord. Anyway, still massively frustrated with the so-called girlfriend though. But anyway, after that, I didn't fall asleep actually. What I did after that point, and I think I shot a video for that. I ended up running some errands. I brought some stuff to my storage, a packing store, which I had a video. I showed that, and went to Tacos de Cabeza. Got some tacos. I got 2 tongue and 1 brains. It's the first time I've actually intentionally ordered tacos where the meat was beef brains, and that was absolutely delicious. My only other experience with beef brains and a taco, one time I went to Ranch Market with Lily's mom, Elise, and I don't know what she ordered in her order, but for some reason they served her a beef brains taco. I'm not sure where that language barrier was, but she was grossed out by it. It's like, what is this? And they, and there was kind of a language barrier because I'll speak Spanish there, and so it kind of came to as brains, and she was all grossed out about it. And I took a bite of it. It's like, well, it's not bad. And she's like, it's gross. It's fucked up. They give me that. And she was all upset about it. Anyway, tacos de cabeza. Like, I understand it's de cabeza, of the head. So, yeah, tongue and brain. Times before, last time I went there, I just simply ordered tongue, because I've had beef tongue before. Beef tongue is fabulous. So, like, it's a very very lean meat. So yeah, delicious, and they season it right. But I figured, try brains, whatever. I mean, this place, it's like 9 in the morning and the place is packed. Like, what kind of street taco stand is packed at 9 in the morning? But yeah, they were. So anyway, I got 3 tacos, 2 toe tongue because I know I like that. But if I try one with brains, total was $11. It's expensive for 3 little street tacos, but yeah, freaking delicious. And I came home to find Priscilla passed out, fully clothed on the couch. Like, she couldn't have anything to do with me because I don't feel good, and I'm trying to do some cleaning. I'm trying to do this, trying to do that. Oh, trying to be passed out on my couch. I ain't doing shit. You're passed out on my couch. Anyway, I'm just going in my room. She did wake up before I knocked out. I forget where that went, but anyway, I fell asleep not long after that. Day sleeper, slept in the day. I probably woke up, I want to say probably 8 o'clock. She's still in the living room. I chatted with her a little bit. It was cordial, but just like, she didn't want any of this. She's still fully clothed, so, whatever. If I'm, could really use some love, obviously I'm not getting it from you. I just got dressed and headed out, probably about 9:30. Went to wander in. But yeah, I'm sick. I can't do anything because I have these health problems and these health problems. But yet she can show up at the bar. She showed up at the bar at like 11 p.m., 11:30 p.m. Oh, yeah, your health is too bad to have any kind of intimate relations with me, but you can show up at a bar after 11 p.m.? Yeah, alrighty then. You suck. Yeah, so, yeah, she hardly talked to me while I was there. And I guess I did shoot a video after I left there. But yeah, when I went in the patio, like, she already talked to me, and I went in the patio, and she's got a cigarette. And she's got a cigarette in her mouth. She can't put me in her mouth. She can't put me in her. Just put it in your mouth, in your motherfucking mouth. She can't put me in her mouth. There are people that would love to put me in their mouth. Unfortunately, they're all guys, and I'm not into that. But at least they want to put me in their mouth, so thank you for that. But yeah, she's not interested in putting me in her mouth, but she'll still keep putting a cigarette in her mouth. And she's got health problems, so you're going to suck on a carcinogen? You're going to suck on something that's notoriously not healthy? Wow. Yeah, hurry up and die. Hurry up and die. Just let that, I'm done. Yeah, so at that point, I was just like, I was so frustrated with her that I just got in my car, went to Castaways, had an okay, actually had more fun at Castaways than I normally do, because like I said, when I said in a couple of videos ago that when I've gone to Castaways, like my big frustration with Castaways, that it just felt like I was at my high school sweetheart's, either at my high school sweetheart's wedding, or like I was, being cucked. That's how it felt. Like, y'all loving this guy, but that guy's doing what I should be doing and not doing as well as I do, and this sucks. And yeah, I mean, I don't want to hate on Sean. Sean's a nice kid, but wasn't really focused on his karaoke show. He's focused on some Asian girl at the bar, generally ignoring the area. Like, he'd have some singers, and then he'd go to this automated playlist. He wasn't playing videos or actively DJing like I do when he didn't have singers. Just had just a playlist running in the background. I mean, we could have a music stream running on a tablet. Don't need a paid DJ for what he's doing. And he's not even actively running the levels or trying to hype and get a karaoke show. He's sitting at the bar talking with some Asian chick. So, yeah, not too thrilled with that. And at one point I come up and I'm like, hey, I don't want to interrupt you, but like, are you still doing karaoke? Oh, I'm doing karaoke, but I don't have very many people singing. It's like, well, okay. When I hosted karaoke there, I always had people singing. So, like, what has he done that has resulted in there's not people there singing? It might not be Sean. It might just be the economy, I mean, rent has skyrocketed in Phoenix. Gas is like $5.75 a gallon. It could be that people are just too broke to go out. I get it. But, man, he's just not bringing the karaoke show that I would be bringing if I was still there. And I'm not even really trying to get karaoke shows anymore because beyond Bullocks, because an overtime shift at Amazon pays me substantially more than I'm likely to get from any new karaoke show. And there's that. But I'm still kind of bitter about the thing with there. Anyway, I sang a few songs, was kind of kicking ass at it, but, it's just, I'm not trying to turn into the Dan show. Nobody else is singing, so I just kind of left. It's just some people I knew, some people I missed, and that was cool. Saw some people I hadn't met before that were kind of flirting with me. Saw my old coworker Boston. He was way too drunk to have a conversation. So there's that. Anyway, that was cool. When I left there, I was thinking about going to Oz. I was thinking about going to Hideaway, but I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go back let's go back to Wander Inn. And Priscilla was still there, and she was hanging out with some dude. We hardly spoke after Sarah. At one point, she had the audacity to put in a duet song to sing with me. Like, really? You want to put in and sing a duet song with me? Like, you don't want to touch me? You'd rather put a cigarette in your mouth than put me in your mouth, but you think I want to sing a song with you? Yeah, I rewrote quite a few of the lyrics, and they were not flattering to her. She tried to come back with that. She's not as quick as I am with that kind of shit. Anyway, I ended up talking with Christy with a K, and we went and had tacos. Well, she had tacos. We had burritos at Speedy Street Taco. I don't know where Priscilla went. I don't know. But it is, the sun is coming up. It's 4:58 a.m. And she's still not here. So I hope she's enjoying whatever guy she's staying the night with. Christy said that she's been seeing her with some black guy and that he seems really weird to her. I'm taking that with a grain of salt. But yeah, she's not here. On the bright side, she's not here, so I guess I should enjoy that. I need to wrap this up. I'm wasting too much effort on this, but it's an extremely frustrating situation, and at this point, I just wish she would either succumb to these health issues that she claims she has, or leave. Or, actually, she's my girlfriend. One way or the other, because the current situation sucks. And not in a good way.